All right, so like I said, this is going to be a long video, um, but it's interesting. Very, very interesting video. So back in the 80s and 90s, I used to come here every evening after I got out of the clubs and stuff. And I'd get here by 11 o'clock at night, stay till about 1 in the morning. And I would park my car right where you see that white van there. Back then, at the time, this commercial spot here, you're fine. This commercial spot here was actually a Santa Fe office, and the Santa Fe switching crews would come in. This is before BNSF would come in, and that was their office. That's where they pick up their train orders and their switching schedules, switching tables, and all that good stuff. And they'd come in here. They'd be in there, probably have bathroom facilities and all that stuff. They'd be in there probably about 10-15 minutes, go back on the locomotive, and go back to work. They do a lot of overnight, evening, late evening switching jobs here. So one time, I told you I was going to tell you stories. One time, where they parked, my car wouldn't start. No, I had a car that was having trouble starting. It was stick shift. It was a Volkswagen Jetta. So over there, where this gentleman's walking, behind him, there's a ramp. So I'd park my Jetta there and just release the brake and pop the clutch, and it would start. Well, one night it was not starting at all, no matter what I did. And apparently the guys had parked the locomotives. It was they were two Jeep 9s, those Jeep 9 conversions. A chop nose, homemade chop nose, made in the Claiborne shops by the Santa Fe. Blue and yellow freight bonnets. They parked on where you see that passenger car, and they were watching me the whole time. Finally, these two guys come over after a few minutes, and they go, "Hey, bro, you want us to help you push start this thing?" I go, "Sure, man." And yeah, they push start, that thing started. We all laughed and stuff. But I had more unwanted interaction with Santa Fe crews. I don't know if we would put some of those stories here, maybe at a later date. But this place has been an adventure for me. Another thing I wanted to show you guys real quick. Those are not the Santa Fe office anymore. When the BNSF took over, they got rid of a lot of the properties. So that's now commercial retail space. This is the old original freight loading dock of the depot. You see those freight doors, original freight doors. We keep bumping into each other, huh? You're gonna be famous if I caught you on here. I see the roof has been repaired. It was in real bad repair. And this is actually a big giant loading dock. So the trucks and stuff would back up to here. And either unload or pick up whatever they had to pick up. Now, something that's unique to the Fullerton depot is we have our own actual real railroad museum on site here. These guys have been trying to start this museum for a long time, and it has finally taken off on them. They're starting to acquire some beautiful equipment, which that's an original Santa Fe passenger Bud car. Check out those flutings. Original round top Santa Fe CE caboose. When it came in, it was painted in red with the big circular Santa Fe, yellow Santa Fe emblem right there. They've primered over. I guess they're gonna touch up the paint and clean it up a little. We also have our original Southern Pacific bay window caboose. We'll be back. Now, back in the day when I started coming out here, this whole parking lot area was one big dirt lot. And there used to be, and it was an old railroad building. Right about here, there was a Mexican body shop. after a couple of years, they started acquiring so many questionable salvage vehicles, and they would just park them out here in the dirt. It got full of cars, and I guess one day they came and broke all that up, and then Amtrak came, or the Orange County Transportation Authority, bought up the property, paved it, and turned it into this parking lot you see today. But I remember kids, people cutting. The poor Mexican neighborhood is to my back on the other side of the tracks. Everything's always south side of the tracks. And the more affluent, nicer part of Fullerton is here. But also the schools are located here, and the churches and the shopping. So you have a lot of foot pedestrian traffic that cuts through this parking lot. And I remember people cutting through this dirt lot, and especially when it rained and stuff, and just they cut little paths where it was the best spot to walk on foot, and just I remember all that good stuff. Well, the Fullerton Railroad Depot got a new acquisition here, a new donation. I'm assuming it's a donation. This is one of the original Metrolink. I think they were F59Ps, F59PHs, or F59Fs. It still has the original Canadian cab on it. That's a Canadian cab. It's got the three windshields on there. This was donated. I happened to be here last weekend scouting the area for shooting today's video when they brought this in on a passenger train, the tail end of a passenger train, and they shoved it into this siding, put the protective fence around it, and this, I got to see that. I filmed it. The video was not spectacular, not worth broadcasting, but check it out. I'm sure they're very, very proud of this locomotive. Along with this little guy. So congratulations, Fullerton Train Museum, on your new acquisition. It's something, she's beautiful. And that's the depot from where we just came from. Let's go ahead and shoot. Now, I'm usually set up, those videos I've been posting online on YouTube here recently, I'm usually set up right there early in the morning. I sit there with my Martin guitar and play, practice and stuff while the trains either come in from this direction. San Diego is that way, San Bernardino is that way, Chicago is way out that way, Riverside is that way, LA is this way. With Union Pacific, with their tall cupola cabooses. So why are the three railroads here? Isn't this a Santa Fe station? Why is the UP, the Sun Pacific, and the Santa Fe here? Because believe it or not, all three railroads kind of met here. Not necessarily connected, but met here in this general area. Southern Pacific will come in from that side. Union Pacific had a line on the other side there, but it would cut across that street and it would run along the Santa Fe and then break off down there. I got to see that run, one of the last few runs of that, actually a few decades ago. But that's why there's all three railroads here. But they left out the Pacific Electric. Pacific Electric, yeah, let me show you. All right, so the Southern Pacific did not have a depot down here. Their depot is actually closer. Their freight depot or freight offices were closer, and still are closer to my house. We're a little bit north of that area. But the Union Pacific had their depot right over there on the left side of the tracks, which would be south of the tracks. They sold the depot to, I think, the city, I don't remember. And the city sold it and leased it out as restaurants. A restaurant, right? Most recently known as the old Spaghetti Factory location. What they had to do is they went ahead and put the depot on big trolleys. They shut down the line here. The Santa Fe and the Union Pacific crews and the moving crews all had to get together and figure out how to get that depot, the entire depot, one big giant section, moved across the main lines to its current location, which is over there, and we'll go over there right now. So there are black and white pictures of that depot being moved on big ass trolleys over the Santa Fe main line. Believe it or not, it's the most unrealistic, funniest picture you're gonna see, but they did it and there was no major issues. And the Union Pacific Depot, which is still here and has been the old Spaghetti Factory location for a couple decades now, is still here with us, and it's located right out there. You can see a little bit of the white arches there. We're going to head out that way right now. And yes, I used to go there many times with family, take my family and the kids and stuff, and have some enjoyable meals at the old Spaghetti Factory. Now we're facing eastward. Riverside is out that way. San Diego would be, you take a turn, you head south that way. Riverside would be straight ahead about 14 miles maybe due east. And there used to be an old signal tower, bridge actually, would span the tracks right there. It's been gone for a while. They also had two original cantilevers, the old-fashioned cantilevers, steam era cantilevers. They had one way out there where you see that curve, which I used to climb at night when it was still around, and they had one towards my back. I believe I've showed you guys still photos of what they looked like back in the day. I don't have videos of them. I only have still photos that I did take. Santa Fe did have their maintenance facilities kind of over there where you see that new building standing there. I don't know if they're still there or just a little sliver of them is still there. And let's go ahead and check something else out. All right, we're still up here on the pedestrian bridge. We're about to walk down the stairway when I saw this shot here, and I had to include it because what you see there in the distance, right there behind that white pedestrian roof there, that white metal roof, that would be that's the original Pacific Electric depot, passenger depot, and it's still in its original location. The only difference is the tracks. The Pacific Electric tracks used to come in, and Pacific Electric red cars, the trolley cars, would park alongside the wall you see right there, and there's photographs of that. But I'm going to show you where the Pacific Electric tracks still exist. We'll end the video with that. But let's go ahead. We're going to work our way down there. Let me just work my way down this flight of stairs. All right, so we're walking our way over to the side of the parking lot here, away from the Fullerton Santa Fe depot, over to the Pacific Electric depot, which is still standing. It's been a restaurant for many, many years, different types of restaurants. Was an Italian pasta place for the longest time, but this is the actual well, that fence is going to prevent any type of good shooting, but this is the actual Pacific Electric depot. And there's photographs in black and white, I think only one photograph actually, of Pacific Electric cars parked right here next to it as they unload passengers and mail and baggage and other type of parcels and stuff. So there used to be tracks right here. Gracias. Okay.
You have above the ground. That's why the train is coming right here, and people they go a step going in.
Okay.
So that's the only building is about 8 feet above the ground.
So it was like right here?
No, it's just right here. People they go and step in, right close to here.
Oh, okay.
See, that's
okay.
about 8 feet.
Okay.
Concrete we have it.
I didn't know that. Okay.
That's why the vibration.
That's beautiful. Look at the building. It's kept the original style.
It's original. I can show you, but that year, 105 years old. That's still the same. Everything is the same. The picture is the same.
I see the pictures. Those little corner things on the
Yeah,
corners.
yeah.
Yeah, they're still there, and that's them.
They're still there.
Wow.
And also if you go into the light outside, that's about 105 years old.
105 years old?
You can see it says what year. See that light? It's 105 years old.
Yes.
And the people that come in and here, it was not right here. It was just right here on the park.
Wow, it doesn't even look like it anymore. But that's how it was originally.
And that part, it was the Greyhound.
Really?
Greyhound.
I didn't even know that. Okay.
That part is a Greyhound.
Wow, okay. Now, you the owner of this?
I'm the owner.
The Hopscotch restaurant?
Yes.
Sure. Okay, everybody, I want to thank Maury. Maury is actually the owner of the Hopscotch Tavern down here in Fullerton, California, and he's the one that gave us this wonderful information on the former Pacific Electric building. Maury, thank you very much.
My pleasure.
What's the best time to come down here on the weekends?
Anytime.
Anytime. It's
after 4 p.m. we are open. Monday we are closed, and the rest we are open from 4 to 10 or 11 p.m. and my Friday and Saturday we are open to 2 a.m.
That's wonderful. Maury, thank you very much for helping me out.
Anytime.
All right, folks, so the owner, Maury, has been gracious enough to offer us. He's going to open this door right now and let us inside. He has the original picture, that black and white picture of the Pacific Electric Depot that he wants to show us real bad, and I really, really want to show it to you guys. So he's going to open this door for us and let us take a look at that picture, and then it's part of the magic why you hear in the railroading community, Fullerton Station, Fullerton Depot. This is Fullerton Station. This is Fullerton Depot. This is the railroad community's, the entire world's railroad community's best kept secret. And this is Maury again.
Come on.
Thank you, Maury.
This is a photo, and the train is standing right there.
Oh. So this is the station. We are currently inside right there behind this wall.
Correct.
Wow.
And this is another one. People they park right there. See the car is parked. This is Pacific Electric.
Pacific, oh my goodness. I've never seen that picture. I've seen that one and not this one. And there's the things on the roofs. Wow. This has been an amazing.
If you look at the light, the one I told you, It's still the same.
So Maury has pointed out that that light you see in the photograph right there is the one he showed us outside. It's the same light, 105 years old.
12-inch concrete all over.
And this is Maury's wonderful, wonderful restaurant and bar right here, located in Fullerton, California, on Commonwealth.
You want to go upstairs too? If you want to go to
I have never been inside. I used to be an Italian. This was an
Italian.
Yeah.
Before Italian was another one. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I remember. Many. Many years ago, I came with a girlfriend to Italian here, but it's beautiful.
Yeah, we kept all the floor and everything. We did not change anything because we want to keep it as a original, upstairs, downstairs. As you can see, they're all solid concrete because the train is going. Nothing is going to happen, especially upstairs is about 8 feet up. These are all concrete all over.
So what Maury is telling us, why I'm filming the floor here, this is the actual original concrete floor of the actual Pacific Electric depot, still in its original condition 105 years later.
And you can see still a little bit spot, but this is the play. Kids that come in and play hopscotch. That's the one spot. And there's another spot. Kids are coming in just another spot right
Oh my goodness.
here that I
Oh
can
my
remember.
goodness.
Yes.
Oh
Another
my goodness.
spot was right here.
Okay. Wow. And this is original.
This is original. That's the expanded right up here. So it was nothing, and the new owner took over. So they built this one.
Beautiful. Excellent. Oh, what a beautiful building. I saw you have a plaque as a national registered.
Yes, it's outside by the entry door. (1918).
City of Fullerton, local landmark number 5, Pacific Electric Depot, built 1918. Plaque placed by the Fullerton Heritage, 2006. Wow, this was fantastic. Maury,
Thank you
gracias.
so much. What was your
No,
name?
thank you. My name is Florentino. Tino. My friends call me Tino.
How can I get this one? Where is it gonna go so I can?
My YouTube channel.
YouTube channel.
Yeah. That's for Leonard. Leonard Williams, the owner, Maury, has one of your cycles here.